Football in 2023 has been filled with crazy moments and obviously many broken records. We've selected the 10 best ones that we'll review in a chronological order. At number 10, at the age of 41 and 166 days old, the man himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, breaks the record for the oldest goal scorer of all time in Serie A, with his goal against Udinese on March 18th, beating a record previously held by Alessandro Costacurta. Zlatan doesn't stop breaking records even when he's close to retirement. At number 9, with his assist to Haaland in the game versus Southampton on April 8th, Kevin De Bruyne broke the record for the quickest player to reach 100 assists in Premier League history. He did it in just 237 games, while Fabregas, who was holding the record before KDB, did it in 293 matches. This record just goes to prove how De Bruyne is arguably the best playmaker of the last 15 years. Placed at number 8, a more popular record, Erling Haaland breaks Salah's record for the most goals in a single Premier League season from an individual player by scoring versus Arsenal on April 26 in a big home win that gave Manchester City the top of the league. Haaland ended up getting 36 goals in the 22-23 season, which is 4 more than Salah's 32 goals record just set a few years ago. The Manchester City vs Arsenal game where Haaland scored isn't important just for the Norwegian prodigy's record though. In fact, another record has been broken in the same game, but this time it's not one to be really joyful about. Placed at number 7, Arsenal's disappointing record of the longest time at the top of the league without actually winning the title. Arsenal spent 248 days at the top. That's almost a year. But Manchester City slowly caught up with them, and they eventually conquered the top of the league by winning their clash against Arsenal with a remarkable 4-1 result. The record books won't move out of England yet, as we have another Premier League record broken. Placed at number 6, the record of the most goals in one Premier League season scored by all clubs combined has been finally broken in the 2022-23 season, with a record 1,084 goals, beating the one of 1,072 goals set in the 2018-19 season. In 2023, we've also witnessed the most expensive transfer window of all time, due to clubs like Chelsea going absolutely crazy on the market. English clubs spent over €2 billion, but surprisingly, clubs from the other countries spent less than what they did in the 2019 transfer window, which is when the record for the most expensive transfer window was set. So how was that record broken? To answer that question, it's impossible to not mention the rise of the Saudi League, that with a total spending of $846 million, actually ended spending more than the clubs of each of the top 5 leagues, apart from the Premier League. This rise was led by Ronaldo, who first joined Al Nassr in January, and then, in the summer, many other top players followed him, like Benzema and Neymar. The total spending by all clubs in the world of the 2023 transfer window was €7.63 billion, beating a record set in 2019 of €7.57 billion. Placed at number 4, the all-time scoring record for the most successful national team in the game, Brazil. By scoring 2 goals against Bolivia on September 9th, Neymar took his international goals tally to 79, beating a 77 goals record set by one of the greatest footballers of all time, Pelé. Many people believe that Neymar didn't accomplish much in his career. He might have not fulfilled his actual potential, but he still left an indelible mark in the history of the game, and this record is a great example. It could be great to dig deeper into what has gone wrong in Neymar's career path, but we would need to make another video to do so. So let us know in the comments if it's a topic you could be interested in. Now, we head to the last 3 records, which were all broken during the month of November. At number 3, we've got France's impressive 14-0 win over Gibraltar that set a record in the European Championship qualifying matches for the biggest win of all time. Now, we know exactly why Deschamps told his team to not hold back at halftime, even though they were already winning 7-0. At the start of the video, we talked about Milan star Zlatan Ibrahimovic breaking records even at his old age. Well, Milan players not only break records at old ages, but also at a young age. In fact, on November 25th, 2008, born in Francesco Camarda, believed to be Milan's finest academy prospect right now, broke the record for the youngest player to ever debut in a Serie A match. And last but not least, Jude Bellingham's insane record of becoming the quickest player in Real Madrid's history to reach 15 goals in just 16 matches. This record was previously held by Di Stefano and Ronaldo, two of the greatest goal scorers not only in Real Madrid's history, but in the history of football. It's even crazier to consider the fact that Jude is just a midfielder, but he still managed to beat that record. He's for sure Real Madrid's next big thing. Now, 2024 is starting, and there's certainly going to be many more records broken. Ronaldo could become the oldest player to ever score at the Euros. Milner could become the player with the most Premier League matches of all time, and so on. Let's see what's going to happen. We wish a happy new year to everyone watching.